Welcome to the 8th grade moving up ceremony. Please remain standing for America the Beautiful.
Good afternoon. I would like to welcome the members of the Board of Education, Dr. Lutinsky, Ms. Fulchetti, Mr. Dorr, and members of the administration. Everybody faces challenges throughout every stage of their life. The only way to continue growing is by constantly facing and conquering those challenges. The lesson of how to successfully overcome obstacles is crucial for people like us, especially as we grow up and go to high school. The challenges we faced in middle school have prepared us well for high school. Throughout our years at Rhinebeck Middle School, we've encountered many trials that we are willing to overcome, otherwise we wouldn't be here today. From science tests that nearly everyone failed, to playing modified, JV, and even varsity sports, the school environment presented us with many ways to become overwhelmed and stressed if we weren't prepared. However, we consistently managed to fit all these pieces into our lives and moved on as a result. I remember one time when I had both a math packet and a science packet due on the same day. Instead of waiting to do them last minute, I did one each day before so that I wouldn't be overwhelmed. I used this strategy a lot, and over the years, I learned how important it is to prepare ahead of time. We've also learned to be adaptable and resilient, to be confident problem solvers. These are the traits that we will take with us as we leave middle school. In middle school, we could try new things and push us beyond our comfort zone, like doing shows or trying a new sport. As we move on to high school, the coursework will only get harder and our schedules busier. But luckily, we understand the importance of time management and keeping a good attitude, which we learned here in middle school to help us. Today serves as a reminder that we are moving in the right direction, forward. No matter the obstacle, we will always continue to improve and progress, especially as we encounter new challenges. The only way to face these challenges will be to embrace them and figure out how to navigate them, not just in high school, but throughout our entire lives. We are ready to do our best and continue to grow.
It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Lutinsky, Superintendent of Schools.
Thank you. Good afternoon, and we proudly congratulate our 8th graders. Ms. Tulin told me that this year's Moving Up theme was based on soccer star Mia Hamm's quote, "There are always new, grander challenges to confront, and a true winner will embrace each one." That's straightforward advice and an excellent prompt thinking ahead for 9th grade. With 4 NCAA D1 titles, 2 Olympic golds, and 2 FIFA World Cup championships, Mia Hamm has real credibility when talking about success, so I value her advice. Thank you. She was gaining national that's a lot better. She was gaining national popularity around when I started teaching, and then retired when I became middle school principal. So even though I was familiar with her, I needed to refresh my memory on her story. So I came across her commencement address that she gave to her alma mater last month at the University of North Carolina. I found it inspiring and how her message was universal about success in life, not just sports. I was one of 42 people in my high school graduating class, and I am well aware that I was able to play 9 seasons of 4 sports because of available roster spots, not talent. So although framed in the context of her athletic career, her message had more to do with universal principles of mind, body, and spirit, and it's that message I thought was relevant as you enter high school. Ms. Hamm identified 3 lessons that she took from her experience. And again, this is someone who's a champion and has walked the walk. She knows what she's talking about. Her context is as an individual on a team, and I feel there's a parallel with you as a 9th grade group. The first of her 3 lessons was to aim for unity, not uniformity. That means everyone can be themselves, but the best way to achieve a goal is to cooperate. If different people with diverse strengths work on solving problems, it allows you to focus on your strengths because a teammate is contributing theirs. The second was to carry the water, meaning do the unglamorous tasks. Pitch in and don't say, "That's not my job." That attitude builds trust, and you won't be worried about whether or not your teammates are doing their job because everyone is helpful. I enjoyed how Ms. Hamm punctuated that point with, "Those who don't carry the water don't have Olympic gold medals." Finally, she cautioned not to miss out on the joy. In other words, don't miss the journey by looking too far ahead. Goals are important, and they give you motivation, but don't skip to the back of the book to find out how it ends. The best times that you will remember are those moments in the middle. You have each earned and achieved this year, but you should be proud of yourselves. As you head into 9th grade for 4 years of high school, be mindful that you are powerful as a group and have awesome potential. That's why we address you as the middle school class of 2025, so you remember to take care of and rely on your classmates. I'll close with another Mia Hamm quote that reinforces the idea of our extended team. Your name is on the certificate, but written in invisible ink all over that piece of paper are the names of everyone who has helped you along the way. Congratulations.
Please welcome Mr. Dorr, principal of the middle school.
It is a tricky microphone, so bear with me. Good afternoon to our Board of Education, fellow administrators, faculty, families, and most importantly, our rising high schoolers, the Rye Neck Middle School class of 2025. Today we celebrate how far you've come in just 3 short years and how ready you are for the next chapter of your journey. When I think of this class, Mia Hamm's words ring true. There are always new, grander challenges to confront, and a true winner will embrace each one. From the day you walked through our doors in 6th grade, you showed you were ready to do exactly that, meeting every obstacle with curiosity and courage. Your time in middle school has culminated in many memories. On the Philadelphia trip, you explored Independence Hall, checked out Liberty Bell, but most memorably mastered the art of winning as many tickets as possible at Dave & Buster's. You learned about rotations with Mr. Johnson by playing Simon Says, and rode the highs and lows of the stock market crash with Mr. Scazzari during the Great Depression unit. You acted out Shakespeare's masterpieces in Miss Toolan's classroom, subpar sword fighting skills and all. With Mr. Rosso, you demonstrated your understanding of To Kill a Mockingbird in creative ways like building clay maps, cooking foods from the novel, and even producing podcasts that brought characters to life. You decoded cell division with Miss Vega and Miss Aldari, created wire sculptures with Miss Appel, and designed your own fashion pieces and walked the runway in Spanish with Miss Regan. You filmed full Italian cooking shows complete with intros, music, and homemade cookies with Miss Martinelli. I didn't get any, thanks Miss Martinelli. Of course, middle school taught lessons beyond academics. When your phone made a guest appearance, you were greeted by Mr. Prisky or maybe Mr. Iconic, or if you were having a rough time, maybe Miss Lawler or Miss Sullivan helped you to get you back on track. But let's not forget Mr. Rudolph's legendary under-the-sea dance moves at the 8th grade dance. I think we should have another round of applause for that, honestly. His ability to transition from teaching social studies all day to being the only one on the middle school dance floor was truly inspiring. However, despite these fond memories, middle school can be a challenge. More difficult classes, searching for your voice, and navigating changing friendships. Those things can be tough, but each of you made it through. You demonstrated resilience, empathy, and creativity. Each challenge you met helped shape the person you are sitting here on this very, very warm afternoon. But next is high school. More difficult courses, new friendships, an abundance of extracurricular activities. New experiences will push you beyond your comfort zone. You may stumble, but just as you did here, you'll find your footing and keep going. The true lesson of middle school wasn't only how to solve for X with Miss Reynolds, it was how to persevere, collaborate, and greet the unknown with confidence. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and Dr. Latinsky even alluded to this in his closing lines of his speech. But tonight, our Rhinebeck village shines. To every teacher, aide, coach, counselor, and staff member, thank you for the early morning meetings, the lunchtime extra help, and the cheers from the sidelines. To our families, your rides, reminders, and late-night pep talks powered these students every step of the way. And a big thank you to two pillars of our Rhinebeck community, Dr. Latinsky and Mr. Ricketts. Your decades of devotion have shaped not only this class, but thousands of students who came before them. Your legacy will echo through Rhinebeck long after your retirements become official, and you'll both be deeply missed. And oh yeah, to our 8th grade class of 2025, thank you for the laughter, the questions, the TikTok dances that I had to see going on everywhere, all the time. Ugh. And for making this school better by simply being here. Students, your next grander challenges await. Embrace them with the same spirit you've shown these past 3 years, and you'll continue to prove Mia Hamm right. True winners embrace every new challenge, and by being here today, ready for high school, that is exactly who you are, winners. On behalf of all of us, I can't wait to see which challenge you will conquer next. Congratulations, class of 2025.
We would like to honor the 8th graders for their accomplishments in middle school. Mr. Seglia, teachers, will you help me? Mr. Seglia will present the 3 sport awards. Evan Ahn, Maya Arak, Mariam Ajgar, Charles Barker, Charles Blausch, Madeline Broderick, Victoria Carter, Raphael Shacklin. Judd Colagiovanni. Carter Epen. Christopher Gamble. Lydia Kang Pastrana. Voltaire Laputri Marielle. Jacob Mandel. Madison Milbauer. Adriana Perez. Charlie Ponticello. Anthony Russo. Benjamin Schnars. And Oliver Wagner. Thank you, Mr. Seglia. Excellence in English, Riley Long. Excellence in English as a New Language, Vicente Ordonez Sache. Excellence in Regents Algebra, Stephen Osgood. Excellence in Math 8, Caroline Sandberg. Excellence in Regents Living Environment, Rio Kono. Excellence in Social Studies, Kai Schroeder Huang. Excellence in French, native speaker, Basile Labertry. Excellence in French, non-native speaker, Jake Mojica. Excellence in Italian, native speaker, Olivia Frabazile. Excellence in Italian, non-native speaker, Dylan Salento. Excellence in Spanish, native speaker, Alejandro Rios. Excellence in Spanish, non-native speaker, Mariam Ajgar. Excellence in Art, Derek Trotta. Outstanding Musician in Band, Stephen Osgood. Outstanding Contribution in Band, Olivia Riley. Outstanding Musician in Chorus, Lucy Evangelista. Outstanding Contribution in Chorus, Rose Lane. Outstanding musician in strings, Runa Aoki. Outstanding contribution in strings, Sarah Singh. Outstanding achievement in theater arts, Savannah Clements. Outstanding performance in theater arts, Clarabelle Smith. Excellence in health, Lily LaConte. Excellence in physical education, Julia Cuccinota. I'd like to ask Mr. Dorr to bestow a few awards. Mr. Dorr? Thank you, teachers. Most consistent effort throughout middle school, Sarah Fisher. Most improved throughout middle school, Vicente Ordonez Sache. Overall academic excellence in all subject areas, Oliver Wagner. Principal's Award for Character, Darren Sinha. Weineck School Foundation Impact Awards, Hope Abbey. And Evan Ahn. The American Association of University Women Math and Science Award, Dylan Salento. Lucy Evangelista. And Summer Magrino. Thank you, Mr. Dorr. Dr. Lutinsky, will you bestow a few awards, please? The President's Award for Educational Achievement, Jacob Abraham. Evan Ahn. Madeline Babbitt. Aiden Broderick. Madeline Broderick. Victoria Carter. Dylan Salento. Savannah Clements. Noah Dalsimer. Eva Farr. Sarah Fisher. Christopher Gamble. Hazel Henderson. Allison Linares. Madison Milbauer. Timothy Mitchell. Haroya O'Hara. Vicente Ordonez Sache. Marcel Pear. Alejandro Rios. Inez Rizzo Patron. Caroline Sandberg. Darren Sinha. Mia Takatomi. Presley Toscano. Braden Vroom. And Kali Ipan. The President's Award for Educational Excellence. Hope Abbey. Mariam Ashgar. Charles Barker. Sloan Diskin. Lucy Evangelista. Lydia Kang Pastrana. Rio Kono. Joseph Lindenbaum. Riley Long. Summer Magrino. Jake Mojica. Caroline Murray. Stephen Osgood. Adriana Perez. Olivia Riley. Ava Ryan. Kai Schroeder Huang. Asahi Takeuchi. Derek Trotta. Baron Van Royen. Oliver Wagner. The Attorney General's Triple C Award for Character, Courage, and Commitment, Gabriel Demore. And Ava Ryan. And our final award, the State of New York Comptroller's Award for Academic Excellence and Civic Commitment and the Potential for Leadership that Improves the School and Community, Oliver Wagner. And Stephen Osgood. Thank you, Dr. Lutinsky.
How do I fix it?
We are here to celebrate a huge milestone in our lives. Throughout middle school, we have grown in many ways, not just in the knowledge we have gained in our classes, but also as individuals. These years have also challenged us and taught us many things. One of the biggest lessons I have learned is that hard work truly matters. Procrastination never helps. It only keeps us from succeeding. I remember a time when I had completely forgotten an important science quiz. I thought about just winging it and hoping for the best, but instead, I stayed up a little later to review. In the moment, it wasn't very fun, but the excitement I felt when I saw I got a good grade on the quiz was exhilarating. Whether it was studying for an English test, a social studies quiz, or even completing a living environment CASA learning or project, I have learned that putting in that effort can make a huge difference. Along with hard work, I have also learned that it is okay to make mistakes. It is one of the best ways to learn and grow. The teachers helped ensure that message was clear. We were taught to learn from our mistakes so they didn't determine us unless we allowed them to. I got a low grade on a test that I thought I did well on. I felt disappointed, even a little embarrassed, but I asked my teacher what I had done wrong and what I should have done. After that, I helped myself do better on the next test and any work related to the test. What matters most is we continue to learn from our mistakes and put our best foot forward. And more importantly, to be proud of what we've accomplished, regardless of whether it's perfect or not. One final lesson I've learned is that everyone has their own path, and nobody is perfect. It was very easy for me and many others to compare ourselves to each other, to see who got the better grade, who was the fastest, or who was the smartest. But I've realized that success and doing well are different for everyone. It's rarely just some grade on a piece of paper. It's about what truly matters to us, sticking to our morals of staying true to ourselves in our own time. None of these lessons came easily. Over the past few years, we have faced many challenges, whether it was a personal struggle, an academic problem, or changes in our friendships. But as we prepare to enter high school, we know that new challenges will arise, and we will find a way to overcome them, just as we have done before. We have gotten so far with a few obstacles in our way, with long nights, hard days, moments of doubt, and laughter. We don't know what to expect, but we will create new memories, friendships, and life lessons that will stay with us forever. All of our differences and challenges have united us in a way we could not have expected. As we leave our middle school years behind us and move on to high school, we will remember this interesting journey, one full of many ups and downs, one that was certainly not easy. We have grown stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Along the way, we have grown to own up to our mistakes and use them as advice, to stop putting things off until the last minute, and to accept that nobody is perfect.
We have a poem for the class of 2025. Here you are, ready to commence, but first let's build with a little suspense. Pre-middle school worries were filled with great strife, but ultimately it became the time of your life. First, what you learned, time to review it. Let's take a minute, we'll breeze right through it. Characters of determination, great pluck. Stock market crashes, pressing your luck. Exponents and regressions of a linear sort, or maybe you focused more on a sport. Goals, blocks, or turning two. Was running long distance more for you? Spider milking an algae of Marimo, under the sea dance and let it go. Scales, chords, clefs of treble, whatever the love, it takes a pebble to make your mark or affect another. Remember, you're you, there is no other. Choose the choice you want to make. Be yourself, don't be fake. Give it your all in what you do. Never quit, see it through. Dabble trepidatiously in fields unknown. Pursue the talents you've always shown. Whatever you do, look back on these years, always with smiles, never with tears. Before I close, there's more to say about others going on their way. Mr. Ricketts, our thanks are quite hearty. Enjoy your retirement, celebrate, party. Dr. Lutinsky, a career of finest lore, gracing these halls, nevermore. Right words for this occasion do not exist. I hope you know how much you'll be missed. Now to the reason we're all here. It's nearly time to stand and cheer. Your teachers are really very proud and ready to celebrate with the crowd. It's time to smile, relax, and thrive. Congratulations to the class of 2025. Mr. Dorr and Mr. Prisky, will you now present the certificates, please?
Hope Abbey. Jacob Abraham. Evan An. Runa Aoki. Maya Arak. Mariam Ashgar. Madeline Babid. Jonathan Bahamundi. Allison Balbuena Lucero. Ashley Balbuena Lucero. I would like to invite up Board Trustee Nikki Barker to present a certificate to her child. Charles Barker. Angel Barrios Lopez. Valentine Bellin. Leo Bichelia. Charles Blash. Aiden Broderick. Madeline Broderick. Jack Brusso. Olivia Caparelli. Victoria Carter. Raphael Shacklin. Madeline Chaput. Dylan Salento. Anthony Cirillo. Savannah Clemens. Judd Colagiovanni. Ronan Corcoran. Olivia Corrado. Julia Cucinata. Noah Dalsimer. Gabriel Demore. Sloan Diskin. Carter Epen. Ian Encarnacion. Tyler England. Lucy Evangelista. Michael John Fauci. Eva Fav. I would like to invite Rhinebeck teacher Rosa Ferrante to present a certificate to her child. Luca Ferrante. Sarah Fisher. Sean Fisher. Oliver Fox. Olivia Frabazil. Jessica Fuentes. Christopher Gamble. Charlie Gautreer. Sarah Gubitz. Hazel Henderson. Dilman Hernandez Villatoro. Selena Ibanez. Tiago Gennaro. Yasuki Jury. Lydia Kang Pastrana. John Kasuki. Rio Kono. Liam Krokmalik. Rose Lane. Basile Labertry. Voltaire Laputri Mariel. Allison Linares. Joseph Lindenbaum. Lily Locanti. Riley Long. Sienna Lubrano. Marina Maggio. Summer Magrino. Jacob Mandel. Maurizio Matteo Mora. Charlotte McCallion. Madison Milbauer. Jocelyn Miranda Godinez. Timothy Mitchell. Brian Moore, Jr. Jake Mojica. Dalia Montero Casartelli. Stella Moore. Kaylee Murphy. Caroline Murray. Christopher O'Connell. Haroya O'Hara. I'd like to invite a former Rhinebeck teacher, Joyce Pizzola, to present a certificate to her grandchild. Avery O'Meara. Vicente Ordonez Sache. Lucy Osborne. Stephen Osgood. Adriana Perez. Marcel Pear. Charlie Ponticello. Zachary Ramos. Olivia Riley. Annalise Rapace Valcarcel. Alejandro Rios. Inez Rizzo Patron. Luigina Runfola. Anthony Russo. Ava Ryan. Alexander Salazar. Caroline Sandberg. Isabella Sanzo. Benjamin Schnars. Kai Schroeder Huang. Sarah Singh. Darren Sinha. Leilani Slocum. Clarabelle Smith. Mia Takatomi. Asai Takeuchi. Noah Tollefson. I would like to invite up a former Rhinebeck teacher, Joyce Pizzola, to present a certificate to her grandchild. Presley Toscano. Derek Trotta. Berend Van Royen. Braden Vroom. Oliver Wagner. Kali Ipan. And William Zapata. Let's give one more round of applause to the graduating class of 2025.
All right, Ms. Falchetti, stand up. So this is Ms. Falchetti, our high school principal. And all that's left to do here this afternoon, Ms. Falchetti, is to say, here is next year's class of 9th graders. Congratulations.
We would like to thank our teachers and our parents for all the support you have given us. Without you, we would not be as successful as we are. Please stand while the class of 2025 exits the gym.